What's up? It is the Playmaker Football Betting Show. I'm Peter from Sheffield Shuffler. What's up, Garrett, the fight analyst?
What's going on, bro? Glad to be back here Wednesday night, 9 p.m. as always.
Bro, like a glove. We're always here. Can always count on us. Having fun, giving out bets, talking gambling, talking football.
Man, week 16.
Garrett,
How crazy that is?
Garrett, how crazy was last week?
Bro.
This past week, I thought it was Halloween weekend, dude. There's so much crazy shit going on. How fun was it seeing the Cowboys going to overtime, Chiefs going into overtime against much less worthy opponents?
Yep.
A lot of exciting stuff. We saw the biggest comeback in NFL history. Another classic meltdown by Matt Ryan. Dude, the world hates Matt Ryan. There's no way that you have the largest blown lead in Super Bowl history and the largest lead in football history to the same guy. Different teams, same guy.
Bro, insane. Bro, it's just insane. I'm a Vikings fan, so I was just watching this. I'm like, I actually turned it off at half, I'm not going to lie. And then I turned it on a little bit after halftime. I'm like, I got to watch the rest of this. And sure as shit, these dudes literally pulled some shit out of their ass and came back. Can you believe that? Like, we're talking 39-3 in the second half. They just outscored Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan scored 3 points. 3 points in the second half. Come on. What are you doing?
I was making TikToks at halftime. I was like, bro, this game is over, dude. Like 33. I was like talking about the bettors. It was like Vikings -3.5. I'm like, these bets are done, dude. It's 33-0. And I made the TikTok and I sent it. And I'm sitting there watching. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my God. And they came back. It was incredible. I couldn't believe it.
Bro, I was so happy. But at the same time, because we're down 33-0.5, and I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna do come playoff time? We actually face good teams,
right?
But we'll see what happens when that comes. But man, you should throw his name in the MVP race. I mean, look what he's been doing. This dude has 400-yard games in his last 3 games. He's been cooking, surprisingly. Captain Kirk over there.
Yeah, they did look good in the second half. I think I would credit that more to coaching on the Colts side than it is to.
Yeah,
I mean, true. you got to give credit where credit's due. Like, yeah, they did come back. They came storming back. It's hard to score that many points in one half, obviously. But, bro, what are you doing, dude? How do you blow that lead? I think that's the more surprising thing than scoring that many points is blowing that lead.
Bro, like Jeff Saturday's no shot. He's coming back as a coach next year.
On a Saturday. How are you going to lose on a Saturday? Your name's Jeff Saturday.
And then you blow the biggest lead ever on that Saturday.
Yeah. What else happened? Oh, I saw this big fat slob, dude, at the Bears-Eagles game. Did you see that? Tossed from the rafters. Did you see that guy?
No, bro. What happened? What the
Dude,
fuck?
he was wearing a Packers sweatshirt, a Dolphins or a Bears scarf, and an Eagles hat. He's all confused, right? He's easily 350 pounds, dude. Big boy. They're in the nosebleed section. He's like talking shit and yelling, and this guy kind of just gives him like a little knuckle sandwich and then just tosses him down the stairs. He goes down hard, dude. Hard. I got to send you the video after this, but it's hilarious.
Bro, that's messed up. But hilarious at the same time. I mean, with those fans over there. But like, bro, I've seen so many fights at these games. Like, I'd rather just stay home. Honestly. I'm just being real.
I'm telling you, dude. This will be our last show before Christmas. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everybody. Can you believe that? We have a full slate on Christmas Eve. The first time ever. Am I right?
Gotta be, dude. I mean, I don't know about gotta be almost slate because I remember Alvin Kamara. He had 5 touchdowns on Christmas that one year. Remember Christmas Eve?
Oh yeah.
Remember he had the one green shoe, the one red shoe, and he scored 5 touchdowns.
Bro, he cooked in that game. And anybody who had Alvin Kamara in the playoffs that year was just like, it was like a godsend.
Yeah. I am in the championship. So we do
Ooh,
12 teams with
nice.
Playmaker. We do 12 teams, 4 go to the playoffs the right way, just like it
Right.
should. And
Yeah.
so I won this week against our founder, Brandon. If you're
Ooh.
watching Brandon, I was like, I watched that Packers game. He had Christian Watson, and Christian Watson, they're on like, whatever the 5 yard line, and he runs like that screen pass. And I was like, oh my God. It was such a close game. It was probably like a 12-point differential, and he never looked. And at the end of the game, Aaron Rodgers was like, if you want to catch touchdowns, you got to run the right path or right route. So I got super lucky, very fortunate, and I got Jalen Hurts going into this weekend. So I had to pick up Jared Goff. Not feeling very confident, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, if Jared Goff was home, I'd be extremely confident. But unfortunately, he's in Carolina. Ooh, we'll see what
Yo,
happens.
would you?
Well,
I heard this guy told me, he's like, dude, I would start Gardner Minshew this week. If you have Jalen
no,
Hurts. I was like, I do have
no,
Jalen Hurts. I'm like, dude, I don't think there's any way I'm starting
no.
Gardner Minshew in the championship where I'm like, I feel confident with that. I gotta roll with Jared Goff, right? That was my best option, like waiver option or waiver wire.
Who else was kind of like up there in terms of waiver options though?
That was like my best, dude. I don't know, Tyler Haneke,
Yeah,
It was like
no.
slim pickings, dude.
Yeah, like a Kenny Pickett type of like. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yes.
You got to go Jared
Zach
Goff at that point.
Wilson, Kenny
Nah,
Pickett, yeah.
yeah, no. Jared Goff all day.
Mac
Um,
Jones. Yeah,
I
that
still
was my
he's got a good floor though. Should get you at least 20 fantasy points, I would assume. I mean, when he gets the Jets and did decent, and Jets have a way better defense, especially secondary.
mhm.
And Amon-Ra St. Brown should probably cook that secondary. He couldn't get going against Sauce Gardner last week, but I feel like he should absolutely cook this week.
Bro, got snubbed on the Pro Bowl. Couldn't believe that. I'm on Ross St. Brown didn't get a Pro Bowl selection. I was like, bro, that
What?
guy's like
But like,
their offense, yeah.
bro, Pro Bowl is a fucking joke though nowadays.
For sure. It's just one of those things where it's like, dude, there's certain guys where like, how did they not get a Pro Bowl selection?
Yeah, especially since he's been cooking all season long. Arguably one
Yeah.
of top 5 in the league this year in all most statistical categories as
Yeah.
a receiver. So, but yeah.
All right, Garrett, let's get down and dirty to the biz on Thursday night. Another barn burner. Thanks a lot, Jeff Bezos. The Jaguars versus the Jets, the double J's, dude. My favorite cup size, double J's.
What a fucking horrible game. Only because Zach Wilson probably will be starting. Am I right? Mike White's
Yeah, he is.
not. Yeah, fuck man. Zach Wilson fucked me last week because I'm thinking Mike White's playing the whole week until like the last second, and then fucking Zach Wilson's playing. Fucks me in
Yeah.
fantasy because Donovan Knight sucked, Garrett Wilson sucked, and then they don't cover the spread because Zach Wilson's playing. Of course, that's normally what happens. And but here we are. Zach Wilson
That's
playing
why
again. Prime time.
that's why I'm taking Jaguars on the money line here. Don't mess around with the 1.5. Zach Wilson at the helm, dude. The Jets have scored 29 points in the last 2 weeks. I see 2 different teams. I see 2 teams going in different directions. Trevor Lawrence looks like he's actually rolling now, dude. He's kind of found a groove later in the season. He threw 3 touchdown passes to Zay Jones alone. A couple of those were dimes, dude, down the sideline. Look really good. And then they beat a Dallas defense that's supposed to be pretty good. So I'm going to put my money on Trevor Lawrence going against a tough defense versus Zach Wilson going against an easy defense. Give me the Jags on the money line.
I like it, but I think I got to go to the helm again here because I took the Jets last week, fading the public. I am doing it again. I am taking the Jets, fading the public yet again because the public is siding, with the Jaguars here. I think 68% of the money and 73% of the bets are on the Jaguars. The line is still as -1.5 for the Jets. The line's not moving enough for me to see that money really coming in on the Jaguars here. I feel like the fade the public scenario is gonna hopefully work for me here because it didn't last week. It helped me in some other cases throughout the year, but we'll see what happens here. But as far as the matchup goes, the Jaguars have been, like you said, red hot. I mean, you're coming off a great comeback win against the Cowboys. Great defense. They locked down Dak and everybody in the second half, giving them able to come back in that matchup. I think it's going to be a little bit different with Trevor Lawrence on the road here, especially on, I think it was a short week. They played on Sunday, did they not? Right?
Who?
Jaguars? Yeah. Jaguars
Yeah.
played Sunday. Yeah. So it's on a short week on the road. It's going to be cold as shit, extremely cold, I would think, like 20, 30 degrees. It's in the Northeast, up by you, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be cold this weekend for sure.
Yeah, because I know it's gonna be cold as shit down here in like South Florida. It's actually gonna get in the 50s. So, hey, man! I don't got that warm blood anymore. I got that cold blood. What's it hit in the 50s? It feels like
It's gotta be
like
50. My God,
man! I gotta get those. We gotta get some UGG boots out here. We get the fur coats. You know, once you hit the 50 degrees, you gotta go all out.
Gotta put the hood on, dude. I know.
That's what I need.
That's why I shaved my head.
You're looking good, man. Looking fresh.
Looking bald. Garrett.
But yeah, I'm taking the Jets here, man. I feel, Zach Wilson, he's done well at managing the games, not winning the games, and I think he can manage this one against a Jaguars defense that's just not that good. I think the Lions defense have been better than the Jaguars, especially as of late. So, yeah, I'm taking the Jets -1.5. We'll see how it goes.
There's just no world that I trust Zach Wilson at all.
Yeah.
Especially with my mother.
That's for sure.
Milf Hunter. Guys, when you are placing your wagers this weekend, make sure you are placing them at PointsBet. Go ahead and scan that QR code right there for a chance to claim up to $2,000 in free bets. Guys, for real though, I know I'm being goofy, but for real, PointsBet rocks, dude. Gives you free bets all the time. Every time I miss, they give you a free $10 bet. You can do a same game parlay. They have lightning bets. They have a power hour where they just hand out free bets. PointsBet is a great book for realsies.
For realsies.
Alrighty, let's move into Christmas Eve. I wish we had some music queued up that was, some Christmas music.
Right? That'd be nice.
No, they have like all these non-copyrighted songs here. None of them are Christmas related. I'm taking forever. God damn it. StreamYard, get some Christmas music. All right, let's hit it up. Let's do Christmas Eve. Where are you going to be at Christmas Eve? Your family's?
I will be home with my family.
Nice.
Down
are
here,
you hosting?
I'm hosting my current family here. No, it's only us this year, unfortunately.
Oh, okay,
Just us.
nice.
How about you? Where you be at?
Yeah, I'll be at my wife's aunt and uncle's house, and it gets litty, dude. It's so fun. They got a dope ass bar. We just have such a good time. There's like a bunch of them. Everyone's pretty cool. Everyone's really cool. So looking forward to it.
It'll be fun time.
And they love to gamble. They're degenerates, just like me.
Nice.
They love to sports gamble. They love football. So it's all good. So what do you like for this weekend? Christmas weekend.
You know what? I'm gonna take my boys here. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna take my Minnesota Vikings -3.5 over the New York Giants. Well, we know they're coming off the greatest comeback in the history of the NFL.
That's true.
Down 33 points at the half, stormed back. Their defense actually looked good in that second half. Finally, the defense that I thought they could possibly be showed up in the second half. Not so much in the first half, but they were able to hold the Colts to 5 field goals throughout that game, which is the reason why they were even able to stay in the game to come back, because the defense was working well throughout the entire game. What they do is they play this cover shell type of defense, keep everything underneath, don't give up the big, long touchdowns, play stout run defense, which is exactly what I expect them to do here and do well against Daniel Jones and arguably one of the worst receiving corps in the entire NFL. I don't expect anybody to really beat the Vikings over top. Maybe Darius Slayton will get a couple of deep balls, but nothing that I am expecting him to break away and get a long touchdown. And we know the Vikings have great run defense. They're top 12 at home, only averaging 111 on the ground against them. And we know that Daniel Jones doesn't have great pass protection. They are 28th in the league in pass protection. They're giving up over 3 sacks per game. Za'Darian Smith, as well as Daniel Hunter, should be absolutely wreaking havoc on that offensive line. And I expect the Vikings to go in there at home and get the job done in the dome. I'm expecting them to look good, coming off a great win, and cover this 3.5 for us.
Yeah, we've talked about how bad the Vikings secondary can be, getting torched pretty much all year. But when you're going against a team that has no weapons, does it really matter? Exactly.
Right. Yeah,
just so you know here, when the Vikings have to cover 3.5 this season, they're covering at 50%, 7 out of 14 games. So it's a coin toss there, but I like it. Yeah, Giants, they pulled off a win against the Commanders, and they needed that defensive touchdown to start it off as well. So, and they almost lost at the end of the game, which they should have, but Terry McLaurin not on sides, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. If we have to go punch for punch, I know for a fact the Vikings can easily outduel anything the Giants can possibly put out there. So
I'm with you. All
right, who do you got? Who do you got?
I'm looking at the Bills versus the Bears, the double Bs, my second favorite cup size. If the Buffalo can stop what Chicago does best, which is run the ball, this should be a blowout. Buffalo has a top 6 rushing defense, which is why they're going to neutralize this very one-dimensional Bears team. The Bears have nothing but a run game. That's it. Buffalo has no problem scoring, right? They're a top 4 scoring offense, while the Bears are a bottom 3 team in points allowed, giving up a lot of points. No chance they play back-to-back good games on defense. I'm taking under 40 here. I don't see the Bears scoring a touchdown.
Really?
I don't.
You expect to get like 3 points at most?
I think the Eagles were very cold last week. In particular, Jalen Hurts, a lot of his passes came up short. He was freezing. He said that in the post-game presser. He was freezing. I think that had a lot to do with their that terrible first half. That was a terrible first half of football on both sides of the ball. So I think the cold really did have to play into that. The Bills, I don't think the cold affects them at all. They shouldn't because they're so used to it. So for this game, the Bills are going to stop the Bears' rushing game because that's all they have. They're very one-dimensional. And then I think the Bills can put up, 21, 24 points and call it a day.
Yeah, I don't expect the Bills to really need to put their foot on the gas. They'll be up a ton.
Yeah.
And it's going to be cold anyway. They're going to be in Chicago with the wind chill. So you already know that they're not just going to try to ball out when they really don't need to. Makes sense.
And the thing here, too, is I think a lot of teams are going to try and limit, now that we are in December and it is cold in a lot of these games, teams are going to try and limit turnovers, limit mistakes. How do you do that? You run the ball, right?
Right.
I mean, there's a little bit more ground game involved. Tick, tick, tick. Clock's running. Those unders are looking pretty juicy.
Yeah, I'm actually on an under in another game coming up.
Give it to me. I got another one too.
We like these unders. I'm looking to take the under in the Bucks Cardinals game, under 40.5.
I'm surprised the line's that high.
I know, considering Trace McSorley is now the third guy up. You know, third guy up. And we know how bad the Bucks offense has been, all year long, which is kind of crazy considering who's at the helm there, the GOAT. But they're only averaging 17.6 points per game, which is
worst season of all time.
You know how crazy that is? I mean, look who he has on his team, though. So I'm not understanding why he's having such. He's not doing as well. Maybe, he's not even getting hit as much either, too. I mean, they still have a great offensive line. It's not like he's just getting sacked. He's just short arming some passes. He's just I don't know. Maybe it's all the outside stuff that's really kind of getting into him this year. But
They're also not running the ball as much as they have previously. I know they really turned that on in the last couple of weeks, but like since the beginning of the season, like they did not, Leonard Fournette has been a zero factor in a lot of their games.
yeah, that's true. That is true. I mean, and now they have White too. I mean, they should be running the ball more, be more balanced because, as you can see, Brady doesn't have it to just put everything on his back anymore.
Look at this. I
But
just looked this up. Sorry, I started to go.
no,
Team rushing yards per game. Tampa Bay ranked dead last.
wow.
74 yards rushing on average per game. 74 yards. That's the worst in the NFL. So that does back up my claim that says they don't run the ball. You put more pressure on Brady to make these passes, quick 3 and outs, and that's where you're at.
Yeah, and then I mean the Bucks defense is doing well. I mean they're in the top half of the league. They're giving up only 20.6 points per game. They did well for the first half, bottling up Burrow. Granted, they gave up points in the second half, but it's Joe Burrow. I don't expect Trace McSorley to be able to pull a Burrow and come back. So I think the Bucks defense are going to definitely limit the Cardinals offense. Trace McSorley is going to be in a ton of. He's probably going to be running for his life majority of the time. Honestly, I really do think so. And I think the Bucks offense is just going to be able to do enough to get the job done. 21-7, 20, even 28-7. I don't expect the Cardinals to put up a lot of points. And I don't expect the Buccaneers to just go out there and just put up a ton of points that they haven't been doing all season long. Granted, Cardinals arguably the worst defense in the league. I think they're 32nd in points per game at 26.6 points per game. But like I said, I think they're going to be up by so much. The Bucks won't need to go out there and just rack up the points. They'll get in there, get the job done, and keep it moving and try to get into the playoffs. They're just squeaking by at this point.
Arizona ranked dead last in regards to points given opponent points per game. 26.6, ranked dead last in the NFL.
Yeah, that's my only drawback, but I just don't expect Brady to just go buck wild this week. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. And the Bucks defense is the reason they have, kind of stayed in a lot of the games that they've won as well. It hasn't been their offense, it's been their defense.
Right. And I expect, I mean, like they're only averaging less than 18 points per game. I just maybe 24 they get out of this, 24-7, something like that. But I think they definitely get the job done. And I also think this stays under the total as well.
It's a Christmas miracle.
So who you got for us? Who else do you got? What else?
I like another under. Bengals versus Patriots. I like that under 41.5. So you got a top 5 offense in the Bengals going against a top 8 defense at the end of December in Foxborough. You got a good passing team with the Bengals going against a good pass defense. Points come at a premium during this game. Both teams are going to, like I said, look to minimize mistakes. How to do that? Lean on the run game. Bengals have hit this under in 9 games. Patriots have hit this under in 8 games. I like this under this late in the season, under 41.5. Again, and I don't see the Patriots scoring a lot of points in this game. I see the stout defense making it harder on Joe Burrow, maybe having to lean on the run game more, and that's what I like.
I think it's good. You're going to be in Foxborough, and it's going to be a tough game, grind it out, type of affair. But yeah, I like it. It could be cold. Everything up northeast is going to be cold, and that they're probably just going to go in there to try to grind it out, get a win on the ground versus sling it all.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Bengals, like I said, they have a top 6 passing attack going against the Patriots, who are top 9 in pass defense and yards allowed. So you're not going to attack their strengths. You're probably going to go, another route here. So that's why I like that under, and I think that smacks, if I'm being honest.
Smacks, the place that we get all of our info from, right?
Oh, yeah. How could I forget our friends over at FTN Bets? FTN Bets, your spot for information, So when people say, Garrett, Pete, where do you guys get all this information? You guys are so knowledgeable and intelligent and handsome. And we're like, guys, just go to ftnbets.com. If you want to try a free trial, ftnbets.com/free. You get a 3 free day trial. You can look up all these advanced statistics, betting analysis, picks, odds, parlay calculators, all this stuff that makes it easy to make intelligent bets. So go check it out. It's free. Again, QR code right there. Give it a little squeeze or a little snap, and it'll take you right there.
Yeah, get a little squeeze and get that QR code.
Give it a squeeze. Try it out for Christmas. Maybe give it to a sports betting friend for Christmas. Yeah. How nice is that? Buy them a trial. Try it out for a couple days. Be like, hey, do you like this? I want to buy it for you for Christmas. That's a good Christmas present for your friends that are sports bettors. Be like, I want you to make more informed decisions. Please use FTN Bets. Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, holidays, anything that they celebrate, you can give it to them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. I think it's a great gift. The gift of giving money.
Can't believe I have to do this show with this guy.
You got one more bet for us, though, right? You have one more bet for us for the Sunday slate, right? The Christmas Day
bets.
slate.
I do, right? Yeah.
Who else? What else you got?
The Packers and the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins at -3. I like a good get-right spot here for the Dolphins. Packers have beat the Rams and the Bears in the past 2 weeks. 2 of the most unimpressive wins I have ever seen all season long. Dolphins are on a 3-game lose streak. 49ers, Chargers, and the Bills. This is a good get-right spot for them, especially playing in sunny Florida. They're not playing in the tundra. Green Bay, bottom 4 rushing defense, giving up almost 200 yards on the ground in their last 3 games. I see Miami running all over this piss-poor run defense, which will open up the pass and make it very easy on Tua and make it look like he's a lot better than he actually is. So that's why I like the Dolphins at -3 here. Miami 6-2 against the spread as a favorite, while Green Bay is 2-3 against the spread as an underdog. What else do I have here? Green Bay can stop the pass. They're ranked number 1 in pass completions against. They can't stop the run, ranked 29th in rushing yards against, like I mentioned. So yeah, for those reasons, Dolphins in sunny Florida.
I really hope you right there, because I want the Dolphins to do good, because they're a fun and exciting team, and we want fun and exciting teams into the playoffs. So I really want them to get right win to get back on track, because they lost their last 2. They lost to the Chargers.
3
in a row. So yeah, they need this, man. Tua has been looking like straight garbage too. So hopefully this is the spot where he can kind of get back into the swing of things.
Bro, Tua didn't get a Pro Bowl nod either.
Bro, the Pro Bowl's a bunch of bullshit. You know this. Yeah.
But people were talking about him for MVP. They're like, Tua for MVP. Guy didn't even get a Pro Bowl nod.
Bro, I don't know, man. I don't even know what they're even looking for, to be honest, to be in the Pro Bowl at this point, really.
Who knows?
What are we up to now? I think we're up to our prize pick entries, are we not?
Prize picks. Guys, if you don't know what prize picks are, you're a silly goose. Guys, again, do that QR code in the bottom left-hand corner. Prize picks, you're going to pick more than, less than on props for all the players on the slate. It's really fun. It's really easy. They're going to do a, what is it called? A deposit for your match up to $100. So you deposit $100, they will match you with another $100. Now you have $200 to play with. It's very simple. You pick more than, less than on the player props. So please give it a try. It's a lot of fun.
Simple enough. It's fun.
I think I got 3 winners you could add to your entries, or at least
you do too.
You can pick any of them if you want. I'm gonna rattle them off, okay? First one, we got Mac Jones under 1.5 passing touchdowns. Okay, this has hit in 10 out of 11 games, and I used this one before on a couple episodes, maybe 1 or 2 episodes back, and that was smack too. So over 90%, this is hitting. Going against the Bengals, the 5th best ranked defense. Ooh, going to be harder for him to throw again. It's going to be cold in Foxborough as well. So under 1.5 passing touchdowns. The next one I like, Andrew Red Rocket Dalton, over 152.5 passing yards. Again, has hit in 10 out of 11 games, over 90%. Going against the Browns, 23rd ranked defense. And finally, Zonovan Knight, over 57.5 rushing yards. He's hit this in 3 out of the last 4 games. He's going against the Jaguars, who are 22nd ranked defense. Jacksonville is also giving up 130 rushing yards, average 130 rushing yards in their last 3 games. So I think that's a good spot for him as well.
I like those. I think those all smack. I really do. And then you know what? You can take those 3, right? And then you can add these 2 in there that I got. DeAndre Swift, more than 38.5 rushing yards. That's hitting 2 of his last 3 games. We expect cold weather. They're not at the Dome. They're not going to sling it around. I'm expecting more attempts for DeAndre Swift here, and he should be able to get it done against the bottom of the barrel Carolina Panthers run defense. Just hoping he gets more than 8 attempts here, but considering they should be up and they should not be chasing points, I think he should be getting at least 10 plus rushing attempts. Last but not least, I'm taking Greg Zerloin, more than 1.5 field goals.
Go with the kicker, dude.
You know what? We're going with the kicker. I expect touchdowns to be at a premium this Thursday. I think the Jets get into field goal range and kick some field goals. I know he's only hit it maybe like twice out of his last 5 games, but he gets the job done here. He had 2 attempts last week. He missed 1. I'm expecting him to hit these here. It's going to be a low-scoring game. Like I said, I think points will be at a premium. I don't expect Zach Wilson to score touchdowns. I expect him to get into the red zone and then kick some field goals. Get it done.
Beautiful, dude. That's a 5-leg entry right there. I love it.
10 times your money, people.
10 times. It's incredible. Well, we're right on the nose again. 32 minutes, like a glove. Garrett,
love it.
Real quick, what are you asking? What are you asking Santa for this weekend for Christmas?
I'm asking Santa to have my Vikings cover my 3.5. Yeah. I want the Vikings to cover my 3.5. Not only to win, not only win, I want them to cover. So Santa, please, I'll leave some milk and cookies out for you. I'll even throw in some of those carrots for your reindeer. Let me cover this spread.
Damn. Fair enough.
What are you looking at? What are you looking forward to?
I honestly, dude, I have everything that I need. Anything else is just like icing on the cake. I got everything I need. Everything else, but bro, I think guys dude, you just buy everything that you want, right? I'm not I hope I can get it for Christmas. I'm just if I want it, I got it.
Right. That's why my wife hates me because I don't tell her what I want. She's like, what do you want? I'm like, nothing. Yeah. She's like, what do you mean nothing? It's gonna be lame while everybody's open to gifts and you're not. I'm like, I really don't care. I
want practical stuff. I'm like, dude, my teeth are so yellow. I'm like, give me Crest white strips. That's what I want for Christmas,
Bro, we're old now. We're old now. We're so past that. If we want anything, we'll buy it whenever we can think about it. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Well, you have a very nice Christmas. We will be back in the new year then, right? Because, we'll be back next week. Damn, yeah. So this is a episode before Christmas, but not the last one of the year. Okay.
Yeah.
We got to have another cool segment next week before the new year. Resolutions. We'll do resolutions next week.
I like it. We'll think about it.
All right. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. However you celebrate the holiday season, make sure you are using PrizePicks, PointsBet, following Playmaker, following Sheffield Shuffler, the Fight Analyst. We thank you so much. Feliz Navidad.